In the heart of Africa stood a village watched over by a giant bamboo tree, a tree that remembers every secret, every betrayal, every cry for justice. In this village lived two brothers, Oba, a humble farmer loved for his kindness, and Adekunle, a wealthy trader whose heart was poisoned with envy. Both desired the same woman, the radiant Ifunanya, but when she chose love over gold, jealousy was born. That jealousy grew teeth, and with the help of dark charm, Adekunle unleashed a curse that nearly destroyed an entire family, an entire people. Families wept, livestock perished, and whispers filled the night. Is Oba cursed? Has he offended the gods? But the gods does not sleep. In the end, truth and wickedness met beneath the ancient Babu, where lightning itself came down to judge days. To judge, this is the tale of love and hate, of wealth and jealousy, of kindness and wickedness. This is the Bible curse. Listen, children of the land, listen to the drums of the ancestors. For tonight I shall tell you a tale of love and hate, wealth and jealousy, wickedness and redemption, a tale that began under that great bamboo tree in the village of Umuoka many seasons ago. The sun rose over Umuoka, painting the sky in gold and fire. The market was alive with noise, women pounding fufu in wooden mortars, traders calling out their goods, children chasing goats in the center of the village. The giant bamboo stood like an ancient guardian, its roots twisting like the arms of a forgotten spirit. Among the villagers was Oba, a handsome African young man also a humble farmer. He has no wealth, no cattle, no gold, but his heart was rich in kind. Then market women, they were laughing. Ah, look at Oba again. He has no riches, yet his hands are never empty when it comes to helping. The second woman said, that boy's heart is pure. If Nanya should open her eyes and see, not all wealth shines in gold, some shines in character. The third woman said, but do you think she will choose Oba over Adekunle, the great trader? Ah, that one returned from the north with camels and gold. That evening, the moon rose, and Ifnanya walked gracefully across the village square. She was the daughter of a respected elder, known for her beauty, but even more for her wisdom. Beads glittered on her neck, her steps soft like a gazelle. Oba watched her from afar. His heart was trembling. Oba was thinking, to such what is a poor farmer to offer such a jewel? Only my honesty, only my heart. Then Adekunle enters. The peace of Umuoka did not last, for Adekunle, the wealthy trader, had returned from his long caravan journey. He came with gold, sleek, and slaves. He rode into the village on a great horse, his chest broad with pride. At once he set his eyes on Ifnanya. Adekunle started boasting. Ah, the gods themselves must have craved you, Ifnanya. Tell me, what is yam to gold? What is a poor farmer to a man who has walked the desert and traded with kings? You shall be mine, Ifnanya. Ifnanya bows politely, but her eyes are gold. Ifnanya said, respect, Adekunle, I'm not for sale in your market. The crowd gasps. Adekunle pride's burns like fire. He smiled, but inside, hatred is born. Then come the festival of yams. The yam festival came when every maiden must choose a suitor by lifting his offering before the village. Drums, thunders, flutes sang, masquerade were dancing. Adekunle stepped forward with a chest of gold, shining under the sun. Oba came with nothing but a calabash of roasted yam. The crowd whispered, if Nanya will surely choose the gold, who rejects wealth? The other person said, but Oba's yam smells sweeter than any gold. She walked gracefully, her bead rattling her waist, moving like water. She paused before Adekunle goes. The crowd held its breath. Then she turned, bent, and lifted Oba's simple calabash high. The people roared in joy. Drums shook the ground, but Adekunle's heart turned black. The drums of the Yam festival had fallen silent, but in Adekunle's heart a louder drum beat pounded, the drum of envy. For if Nanya's choice of Oba was like fire poured upon his pride. So while the villagers danced in celebration, Adekunle slipped away into the shadows, his horse carrying him towards the forbidden shrine beneath the ancient Babu. The shrine of Okopoko was a place of fear, skulls dangling from branches, charms rattling in the wind, and the air smell of blood and kola nuts. The divine Okopoko, old and bent like the roots of the tree, sat upon a leopard skin, his eyes glowing faintly with unnatural fire. Okopoko said, "Who came to disturb the spirit on this night of silence?" Adekunle kneeling, but proud was still inside him. He said, "Great Okopoko, wise master of shadows, I am Adekunle the trader, rich in gold, rich in cattle. Yet one thing escapes me. The maiden Ifnanya has chosen a poor farmer, Oba, over me. I will not rest. I will not be mocked. Give me a charm. Give me power. Make his joy turn to sorrow." Okopoko said, "You asked for fire, but you know this. Fire burns both the enemy and the hands that hold it. Are you ready to pay the price?" Adekunle said, "I have gold, I have slaves, I will pay any price." Okopoko said, "Gold does not move spirit. They drink only blood and pain. Bring a goat, bring a cock, bring your own pride, then listen." Okopoko start chanting, "By the roots of the Babu, by the teeth of the spirit, let Oba farm flourish, but let his joy rot. Let wealth fill his barn, but sorrow will fill his heart." Hmm. Okay, oh. Villagers whispered in amazement. The first man said, "Ha, have you seen Oba's yam? I swear they are larger than a child." A woman also said, "Truly the gods must have favored him, who became rich so suddenly." The man said, "Favor, you said, or something darker. Wealth that comes like flood also sweeps away lives." Oh. They glanced at Oba with some admiration, others with suspicions. One night, Oba's younger brother, Kene, fell ill, his body torn with fever, his voice weak like a child. He wasted away quickly. No healer could help. Within days, he died. The village mourned, but some began to whisper. The villagers were muttering, since Oba became rich, death has centered his compound. Could it be? Oba wept bitterly, holding his brother's body. Oba was crying. Why, gods of my fathers, why give me wealth and take my blood? What sins have I committed? If Nanya falls ill, not long after, if Nanya's Oba's beloved was struck with a strange sickness, her skin grew pale, her steps weak, her laughter faded. She could not rise from her mat. If Nanya said to Oba weakly, "My love, even if the gods take me away, now that my heart chooses you and will always choose you." Oba said desperately, "No, you shall not leave me. I will seek the gods. I will find healing, even if I must walk into the spirit world itself." Women were gossiping. One said, "Mark my words, Oba has dined with the spirits. Why else would wealth follow him and death choose his family?" People can gossip. The second man said, "Seriously, it is true. I have seen men like him before. Wealth that rise without sweat always come with blood." Another woman said angrily, "Do not speak so. Oba has always been good. Can spirit dwell in such a heart?" That night, unable to sleep, Oba wandered to the babu tree. He fell to his knee beneath its vast branches. Oba was crying to the heavens, "Ancestors, why is my blessing turning into a curse? Why must every joy be mixed with sorrow? If this wealth is the work of evil, take it. All I ask for is to see my Ifunanya rise from her mat again. Thunder rumbled, the wind howled. Through the baboon's hollow, Oba heard a whisper, soft but clear like the voice of his dead brother. The voice said, truly, wealth is not in what you keep, but in what you give. And so the cause began to show its fangs. Wealth grew like yam vines, but sorrow crept like snakes into Oba's compound. The villagers doubted him. If Nanya weakened and Adekunle's pride grew stronger, but the Babu had only begun to speak at dawn. The villagers to s- awoke to screams from Oba's compound. His goats and sheep had gone mad. They ran in circles, blackening wildly, biting each other until blood stained the ground. Chickens scattered, wings broken. Within hours, many were dead. The villagers, the villagers gathered, shaking their head. This is no ordinary sickness. The spirits are angry with him. Haven't you heard? His brother is gone. His woman is dying. And now his animals too. Wealth has cursed his household. The village council summoned Oba. He stood before them, his head bowed. Adekunle sat among them, smiling silly, pretending concern. The first elder said, Oba, son of the soil, strange things surround you. Wealth has come, but sorrow flows it like a shadow. Tell us, by what power do your yams grow when others struggle? By what charm do riches fall at your feet? Oba said, elders of Umoka, I know no charm. My hands are clean. My sweat is my witness. If my words offends the gods, take it back. If all I ask for is to be left with peace and the breath of my beloved Ifunanya. Adekunle said, mocking him, elders, do we not know the truth? Can a man become greater than the rich without secret dealings? If he is innocent, let him swear before the gods in his compound. If Nanya grows weak, her eyes sink, her voice almost goes. If Nanya said, Oba, I do not fear death. What I fear is leaving you in this storm alone. Oba was crying, holding her hands. No, you will not leave me. The gods cannot be so cruel. I will find a way. I will break this curse with my life if I must. At night, Adekunle gathers Adekunle gathered two hired thugs in his compound. Adekunle said, Oba is already drowning in sorrow, but I want his end completely. Burn his barn, let the villagers see his wealth turn to ashes. Then, when Ifunanya dies, the people will cast him out, and she will be mine by force or by choice. The first thug said, Master, but Oba has done no wrong. Adekunle angry slamming his fist. Silence, do as I command or join him in misery. They bow, agreeing to what he said. That night, Oba woke up to screams. His barn was engulfed in flames, his ears of harvest cracking like dry leaves. Villagers gathered, some helping, others whispering. Ah, now the spirit have eaten his world. Broken Oba returned to the babu tree, the only place he find solace. Exhausted, he collapsed beneath its roots and slipped into a dream. In the dream, his late brothers appeared, glowing like moonlight. Kenneth said, My brother, do not curse the gods for your pain. The curse was planted by wicked hands, but it can be broken. Give, Oba, give, Oba, give until your hands are empty. The more you hold, the more sorrow you feel. But the more you share, the cause will weaken. Oba was pleading. But how? My barns are ashes. My goods are gone. My love is dying. Ekene said. Then give yourself, your time, your strength, your kindness. Wealth is not in barns. Wealth is in the hearts you heal. Oba began to change. With with what little remained, he shared. He gave food to the hungry, water to the thirsty, carried woods for widows, and helped rebuild broken hearts. Even in his sorrow, he poured himself out for others. Some villagers watched in silence, guilt in their eyes. Others still whispered, but the cause began to weaken. If Nanya's fever lessened slightly, but Adekunle saw the changes and trembled, for he knew if Oba is giving continued, the cause will break. And so, with wickedness burning hotter than fire, Adekunle plotted his final last wicked plot. Okay. Late at night, Adekunle met again with his hired thug. A calabash of palm wine sat between them. Adekunle said, "This time, we strike where it hurts most. Oba is still breathing because if Nanya still clings to him, take her, drag her to the forest by dawn. All will believe she fled from a cursed man. Then I will appear as her savior, her only refuge." The thug said, "Master, this is dangerous. If the elder discovered." Adekunle shouted, "Silence, the elders are mine. Their belly are filled with my gold. Do as I said." That same night, under a pale moon, Ifnanya laying weak but breathing, suddenly shadows burst into Oba's compound. She screamed faintly, struggling. Ifnanya was crying, shouting, "Oba, Oba, Oba." Oba leapt up, wresting the dogs. His fist landed heavy, his rage like thunder, but they overpowered him, striking him down with clubs. Blood trickled from his head, but by the time he rose, Ifnanya was gone. Oba staggered into the night, chasing shadows, his voice breaking. Oba shouting, "Ifnanya, Ifnanya, Ifnanya." Deep in the forest, Ifnanya was tied to a tree. She prayed, tears on her cheek, but Ifnanya was weak. "Ancestors, let me die," she said, "with my honor." If Nanya said, "Ancestors, let me die with my honor. If my breath end here, let Oba find strength. Do not let wickedness reign again." Before harm could come, hunters passing by heard her cries. They freed her and carried her back to the village. The next morning erupted in the noise. The hunters told their tale. Oba was summoned before the council once more. Adekunle stood proudly, pretending to be innocent. The first elder said, "Oba, you are accused not only of coxed word, but of failing to protect your betrothed. Twice now, evil has followed your compound. How shall we judge this matter?" Adekunle said, stepping forward, "Elders, if the gods love truth, let Oba swear before them. Let him hold the ancestral staff under the bamboo and declare his innocence. If he speaks true, he shall live. If not, the spirits will claim him." Hmm. The villager gasped. At sunset, the entire village gathered beneath the towering bamboo. The ancestral staff, carved with secret symbols, were placed in the center. The elders were chanting. The air grew heavier. Even the birds were silent. The first elder said, "Oba, son of Umoka, place your hands on the staff. Swear by the gods that your wealth is clean and your heart and your hands are innocent." Oba stepped forward, trembling but steady. He placed both hands on the staff. Oba, with tears but strong voice, said, "Ancestors, hear me. I know no evil. My hands are clean. If I lie, strike me down. But if I speak the truth, let the real shadow bearer be revealed." Gangan. Thunder rumbles, the villagers murmur, the staff grows faintly, but Oba stands unharmed. Adekunle turns. The elder turns to Adekunle. The first elder said, "Adekunle, wealthy trader, you have pushed this matter. Now swear before the staff as well. If your hands are clean, the gods will protect you." Adekunle froze. Sweat trickled down his face. Adekunle starts stammering, I am not the accused." "Why won't you be the accused, idiot?" "Why should I swear?" The second elder said, "The innocent fear no oath. Take the staff." The crowd rose. "Take the staff, take the staff, take the staff." Adekunle trapped. Adekunle was trapped. Step forward. He grabs the staff with shaking hands. Adekunle forcing a smile. "Ancestors, hear me. He suddenly stopped. Lightning cracked across the sky, striking the bamboo's branches. The ground trembles. Adekunle screamed, his body shaking violently. He fell to the ground lifelessly. The crowd gasped, falling to their knees. The Confessions of Okokoko. As thunder rolled, an old voice crackled. It was Okokoko the diviner crawling weakly into the circle. His body was frail, his eyes fading away. Okokoko was coughing. Elders, villagers, the truth is revealed. Adekunle came to me. He offered gold and blood. He begged me to curse Oba. The curse was mine, but his greed was the seed. Forgive me, for I too shall die with the secrets no more. He collapsed lifelessly. Mhm. Villagers were chanting, Oba is innocent, Oba is free, the gods have spoken. That very night, Ifnanya's fever broke. Her skin glowed once more. She rose from her mat, weak but smiling. Ifnanya said to Oba, my love, the storm has passed. We have, we have survived. The first rays of sun touched Omoaka for the first time in many months. The village awoke without fear. The babu stood tall, its charred branch a reminder of divine judgment. Children pointed at it, whispering, that is where the gods struck the liar and saved Oba. The elders gathered, their voice softer than before. The first elder said, Oba has been tested by fire and yet he stands. The gods have chosen. Let us restore that jealousy tried to destroy in Oba's compound. Ifnanya sat beneath a raffia shield. Her beauty had returned, her laughter ringing once more. Women surrounding her, fanning her, braiding her hair, feeding her with cola and sweet fruits. Ah, see how the river goddess herself has returned. Oba walked in, his face glowing, though weary. Ifnanya rose slowly, and they embraced as the village woman sang. Love stronger than envy, truth brighter than lies. When the gods judge, the heart of the wicked dies. Here comes the wedding feast. A full moon shone down on Umuaka. Drums beat like thunder, flutes wailed swiftly, and masquerade danced with pointed face. Palms of wine overflowed, roasted goods smoked in the air. Oba and Ifunanya sat together, radiant in matching white and red wrappers, coral beads heavier on their necks. The chariot stood, chanting praises. Oba, son of the soil, whose shadow was tested, whose name was cleansed, who stood where others fell. You are the tree that breathes but never break. The crowd rolled with joy. Restaurant contest, fire dancing, and moonlight songs filled the night. After the feast, Oba stood before the villagers. His voice carried across the crowd. Oba said, my fathers, my mothers, my brothers and my sisters, I have seen wealth that rots the heart, and I have seen love that heals the soul. Adekunle gold brought only death. If Nanya's love brought me life. From this day, my riches are all for Umuaka. The orphans will eat, the widow will rest, the farmers will plant with seed. Let my wealth be the light, not the shadow. The crowd thundered with applause and blessings. Many rains passed, many harvests came. Oba and Ifnanya raised children whose laughter filled the land. Umuoka prospered, its name sung across rivers and hills. The Babu still stood its great branch as a reminder. Jealousy may rise, wickedness may plot, but the truth is patient and the gods do not sleep. When the children of Umuoka sat by the fireside, the elder will point to the great tree and said, children, remember the curse of Babu and how love conquered hate. Remember that gold without kindness is ash. Remember that jealousy burns only in the heart that holds it. And so the story lived, not only in words, but in the very soul of the people. Here comes our moral lesson. Love is always stronger than envy. Wealth without goodness is a curse. The gods may delay, but they never forget. A good name is better than a gold. Well, and from me to you guys, as we all know, this is a wrap. This is a wrap. You know what, guys? Until my next one, be good, be safe, and always learn to be good to one another. Thank you. Do well to subscribe, like, and also share. Because to me, this story is giving me the vibes. I don't know for you. Let's engage in the comment section below. Let me hear your thoughts. Will you act like Adekunle, or will you better be like Oba? Because love conquers everything, no matter how dark the lies is, no matter how grave the mistake is. Once there is true love, you always stand out to shine. Bye, guys. Until we meet again, it's a wrap.